Hello and welcome to Global Television, and this is Business Point. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Queen Agaba. Now let's turn to some of the news that made the rounds this week as regards business. The Naira fell against the United States dollar at both the authorized and unauthorized markets on Monday. Data published by FMDQ and parallel market traders showed. Now, according to the data, the domestic currency closed at 1,348 Naira per dollar at the official window on Monday. The rate represents a 528.1% or 51.1% depreciation from the 891.90 Naira rate recorded in the previous session last Friday. The Naira experienced an intraday high of 701.0 Naira and a low of 1,414.94 Naira before it finally closed at 1,348 on Monday amidst soaring demand for the greenback. Within the business period, $64.3 million was recorded as foreign exchange turnover at the official market. Now, the Lekki Deep Sea Port has welcomed the CMA CGM Scandola, marking the historic arrival of the first LNG-powered container vessel to sail to West Africa. The CMA and CGM Scandola, boasting 14,812 TEUs, has an impressive length overall of 36.6 meters and a width of 51 meters, establishing itself as Nigeria's largest container vessel to dock, as reported by the Nigerian Port Authority's official X handle. The Nigerian Port Authority's management, led by Mohammed Bello Koko, NPA's managing director, along with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State and other industry leaders, witnessed this momentous birthing. The NPA boss, Koko, sharing on his official X handle, highlighted that the CMA's Scandola's LNG-powered arrival aligns with the authority's commitment to promoting energy efficiency. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has concluded the payment of all verified claims by airlines with an additional $64.44 million to the affected airlines. The AG, Director of Corporate Communications of CBN, disclosed this in Abuja. She said it was in fulfilling CBN's pledge to clear the backlog of foreign exchange owed foreign airlines in the country. She noted that the latest amount paid to the airlines brought the total verified amount paid to that sector to $136.73 million. She added that all the verified airline claims had now been cleared. According to her, the governor, Olayemi Kaduso, and his team were doubly committed and will stop at nothing to ensure that the verified backlog of payments across all other sectors was cleared and confidence was restored in the Nigerian foreign exchange market. Furthermore, she assured that the CBN was working with stakeholders to ensure liquidity improves within the forex market, thereby reducing pressure on the Naira. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue to look at the business desk. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us on the program. And if you've just joined us, this is Business Point, and we're taking a look at the business desk. Now, consumers in December 2023 experienced a spike in the average retail price of kerosene, reaching 1,362.27 naira per litre nationwide. The latest report of the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics obtained on Tuesday indicates on a year-on-year basis, the surge amounted to a 23.33%, climbing from 1,104.61 naira in December 2022. An in-depth state analysis unveiled a disparity in prices across the nation. Now, MBS notes Abuja led the pack with the highest average price per litre at 1,650 naira, closely trailed by Ogun at 1,609.52 naira and Benue at 1,594.44 naira. The total assets under the contributory pension scheme reached 18.36 trillion naira by the end of 2023, according to data from the National Pension Commission. On a month-on-month basis, pension funds grew by 2.39% to 18.36 trillion in December, compared to 17.93 trillion naira in the previous month. According to the report, 11.92 trillion naira of the assets was invested in federal government securities, representing 64.9% of the total assets, and a 24% year-on-year growth in investment in FGN securities. Corporate debt securities followed at 10.4%, with domestic ordinary shares making up 8.6% of the total assets under management. Now let's take a look at petroleum resources. Minister of State, Petroleum Resources, Ekperikpe Ekpo, has assured of uninterrupted gas supplies to the Nigeria-Morocco gas pipeline project. Ekpo, who led a delegation from Nigeria to Rabat, Morocco, met with the country's Minister of Energy, Transition and Sustainable Development, Ms. Leila Benali, and other officials involved in the project. According to Ekpo, Nigeria currently has 209 trillion cubic feet proven gas reserves, and potential reserves increase opportunity to 600 trillion cubic feet. The pipeline is to traverse the Republic of Benin, Togo, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, Senegal, Mauritania, and terminate in Morocco with a spur to Spain. Now, let's delve deep into the forex markets. The Naira plunged further at the official window of Tuesday, closing at an all-time low of 1,482 against the United States dollar. The local unit had closed at 1,348 against the greenback on Monday after the FMDQ Security Exchange reviewed the methodology used for the calculation of its rate. This came as the Central Bank of Nigeria released a circular to authorize dealers and financial markets price transparency, warning them against engaging in sharp practices. The bank stated that its attention had been drawn to the practice of some dealers and their customers in reporting inaccurate and misleading information on transitions in the financial market. It stated that the behavior was not compliant with ethical standards and deliberate attempts to create price distortion by reporting false transaction details amount to market manipulation, which will not be tolerated and henceforth face sanctions. Meanwhile, members of the organized private sector and economists expressed concerns over the development, saying the fall of the local units at the NAFEX window would likely lead to business shutdowns, job losses, hikes in prices of commodities and services, and high inflation. Economists and private sector bodies that spoke to newsmen on Tuesday expressed worries over the fall in the value of the Naira. They said the depreciation of the Naira at the official window to 1,348.63 naira per dollars at the close of trading on Monday had wider implications for the economy. However, the naira plummeted further on Tuesday, falling to 1,482.57 naira to a dollar as of the end of trading. On Monday, FMDQ Securities Exchange, which calculates the exchange rate of the country, revised the methodology used to set the exchange rate. This, some experts believe, is a technical devaluation of the national currency. Now, in a market notice, FMDQ stated this revision aims to address recent fluctuations and challenges encountered in the Nigerian foreign exchange market. It also noted that the new measures taken would ensure that NAFEX and NAFEM rates accurately reflect market conditions. It also explained that these revisions are focused on enhancing the accuracy and reliability of NAFEX and NAFEM rates determination process with a focus on data availability and integrity involving a rigorous data validation process, including tolerance checks, which shall be applied by FMDQ Exchange subject to internal policies and procedures. Now, these moves by FMDQ and CBN were aimed at closing the gap between the official and parallel rates of the foreign exchange market. The NAFEM rate closed at 1,348.63 naira to a dollar as on Monday, a lot closer to the parallel rate, which closed at 1,450 naira to a dollar. On Tuesday, the naira closed at 1,482.57 naira to a dollar, a 9.93% decline from its Monday rate. And on the parallel market, it remained stable at 1,450 naira to a dollar on Tuesday. On the cryptocurrency peer-to-peer market, the naira was trading for 1,439.5 naira, beg your pardon, to a dollar on Binance's P2P platform as of the time of this report. The naira's new fall on the official window is set to bear fresh consequences for the average Nigerian, experts have revealed. The naira continues to tumble despite the best efforts of the Apex Bank and federal government. And recently, the CBN Governor Olayemi Cardoso stated that the national currency was currently undervalued and that the bank was working to stabilize the exchange rate. Now, what's happening in Oyo State? Oyo State has bagged 3 awards at the recently concluded general meeting of the National Council on Communications and Digital Economy. The state was awarded the Best in Human Capital Development, Best in E-Government, and second runner-up in Digital Technology Infrastructure. The senior special advisor to Governor Seyi Makinde on ICT, Adebayo Akonde, who disclosed this in a statement, said it further solidified the state's reputation as one of the pioneers in the country's digital landscape. The 11th NCCDE meeting was hosted in Kano by Governor Abba Yusuf with the Minister of Communications and Innovation, Bosun Tijani, who chaired the meeting, and the Director General of NITDA, Nigeria, Kashifu Inuwa, in attendance. Now, the rise in runway incursions in the country's airports is giving stakeholders reason to worry. You know, experts have said that the risk of incursions might increase as air traffic grows unless regulators put in place safety mechanisms. The latest runway incursions occurred on Friday when a private jet with registration number 580KR operated by Martini Airlines Services Limited overshot the runway at Ibadan Airport. The aircraft departed from Abuja and was bound for the Samuel Ladoke Akintola Airport, encountered difficulties around 11 a.m., veering off the runway and coming to a halt in the nearby bush. Some firefighters and rescue officials from the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria were immediately deployed to the scene. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority announced in a statement it has suspended the license of the operator with immediate effect, pending the outcome of investigations into the incident. The incident adds to the growing list of aviation safety concerns. In Nigeria, in November 2023, a Flint Aero-operated private jet with the Minister for Power, Adebayo Adelabo, on board also overshot the runway in Ibadan Airport. Although there was no fatality, the aircraft was badly damaged. Now over to the FIRS. The executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zak Adedeji, has said that the country's armed forces are important to its revenue collection mandate. Adedeji said this on Tuesday when he received the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, at the Revenue House in Abuja with his team of generals. A statement from the Special Advisor and Media to the FIRS chairman, Dare Adekombi, quoted Adedeji as saying that without the armed forces providing a safe and secure environment for businesses to flourish, the FIRS would not be able to collect any revenue. He said a lot of people may ask what the relationship between the armed forces and the FIRS is. What will bear President Bola Tinubu say all the time is that we will not tax the seeds, but the fruits from them. This means when they plant the seeds, they water it to grow. In his comments, the CDS pledged to support the FIRS in its operations, saying the more FIRS succeeds, the more Nigeria benefits from the institution. He says FIRS is very crucial to the government and members of the armed forces as well as to the country. Now let's take a look at small and medium-scale enterprises as regards development. 7UP Bottling Company, in partnership with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization and Zenith Bank, has organized a boot camp for about 80 small and medium enterprises in Nigeria. In a statement from the company on Monday, the boot camp teamed Dream Big, Scale Bigger was a 2-day workshop designed to empower chief executive officers of fast-rising small and medium enterprises with the intricacies of scaling businesses in the Nigerian ecosystem. The managing director of 7UP Bottling Company, Mr. Ziad Malouf, emphasized the significant contributions of SMEs to Nigeria's GDP. He commended the enterprising spirit of Nigerians and stated that the boot camp was conceived to ensure more entrepreneurs are empowered to scale up their business growth. Now over to the International Monetary Fund. The IMF has downgraded Nigeria's economic growth project for 2024 to 3.0% from 31% in its October forecast. It disclosed this in its World Economic Outlook Update, January 2024. In a table, the IMF estimated that Nigeria's economy grew by 2.8%, a slight decline from the 2.9% it forecasted in October. The international lender expects Nigeria's economy to grow by a percentage point to 3.1% in 2025. Its 2024 projection is a lot less than the 3.76% the country's government expects in 2024. In its October update, the IMF stated that Nigeria's slow growth would be because of weaker oil and gas production. At the time, it said growth in Nigeria is projected to decline from 3.3% in 2022 to 2.9% in 2023 and 3.1% in 2024, with negative effect of high inflation on consumption taking hold. And that's it on the news making wave on the business desk. And that's where we call it a short in today's program on Business Points. To join us same time tomorrow for another interesting angle of Business Points. My name is Queen Agaba, and don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. Thank you for watching and see you again.